Hello, New Life Church. My name is Katy, Bezet, and today we are continuing in our wisdom series, and the virtue that I am talking about today is love. So we are going to start with a passage of scripture that is very common, that I'm sure you have all heard before, from Deuteronomy 6, and it says, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength." And we've heard this verse before. It's a very common one. Jesus talks about it in the New Testament. And a lot of times when we read that we're to love God with all of our heart, we think that it's a feelings-based decision. We think it's emotional. But if you listen to Mark Turnage's message a few weeks ago when he started the Wisdom series, he talked about how that decision, or that love is not a emotional decision. When it says love the Lord your God with all of your heart, the heart, the Hebrews believed, was the seat of our intellect. It was a place where we make conscious decisions. And so when we talk about loving God, it's not emotional, it's not feelings driven, it is a choice that we make. And this really helps me understand the rest of scripture when it talks about love. In 1 Corinthians 13, it says, love is patient, it's kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. Love is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but it rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. And, when we talk about whether it's a feelings thing or a conscious decision, do I always feel patient? No, I do not. Do I always feel kind in my heart? No, I do not. But as we follow Jesus and he helps us become more and more like him, love is a characteristic that he helps us develop within ourselves. It's one of the characteristics and virtues that describes Jesus, and it's one of the ones that we develop as we become more and more like him. So I just want to encourage you to practice loving your family. This is something that we can practice. Practice being kind, practice being patient. Love the people that you work with, even if they don't vote the same way that you do. Love your children. Remember that they're not an inconvenience in our lives. They are a gift from God. And then love people on social media, even if they post things that you definitely don't agree with. The last thing I'll say is we're going to flip to Matthew 5:46. Where is it? Matthew 5:46 says, "If you love those who love you, what reward do you have? Even the tax collectors do this." And it means basically anyone can do this. Anyone can love those who love them. But it's a Christ-like characteristic to love people who do not look like you, who do not believe like you, who might even hate what you stand for. More and more as believers, we will see that people hate what we stand for, but Jesus wants us to love them. And so, church, I just want to encourage you today that wherever you go and whatever you're doing, whoever you come in contact with, choose to love them. It's something that we can choose. It's something that we can put into practice. And as we do that, Jesus develops love on the inside of us. Love you, church.